Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the concept of internet. Internet, you all know, like it has changed the whole aspect of our lives. Like daily, whatever you do, you are accessing, and whatever you are doing, it is said to be based on your internet. Internet is the main aspect of communication, where you are said to be doing the various things through the internet facility. Only you are sending information, you are getting messages, everything it is through the internet. So it's a daily aspect, and it has even changed the business how you are said to be doing. You are said to be having spending most of your leisure time in that particular internet only. And even internet has brought everything into the fingertips. Nothing but whatever you do, it is nothing but you are doing it through the fingertips. Okay, if you want to pay something amount, then you are doing it the fingertips. Nothing but you are said to be buying something, you are doing with only a touch on the screen, and everything whatever it is based on the internet facility only. Okay, what is internet is, it's nothing but is the connection of two or more networks which are said to be getting communicated with each other. Nothing but it's a collaboration of multiple networks at a time. Nothing but collaboration of thousands of interconnected networks, one network to another network, another network to another network is said to be the internet concept. Okay, so next, internet, it is said to be, as I had defined, it's nothing but it's a connection of multiple networks at a time. The internet facility is not only in one sector, it is said to be used by private individual person, it may be government agencies, they are said to be using in schools, in research facilities, it is used in various corporations, in libraries, everywhere. Hundreds of countries are said to be using the internet facilities. The communication system, mainly this internet communication system, it was said to be introduced in the year 1969. By the mainly, it was said to be introduced through the ARPA. ARPA is nothing but Advanced Research Project Agency, which is said to be doing everything with all the aspects, end-to-end communication, like one server to another server, one server to many systems, it is said to be getting communicated. So mainframes are nothing but the large systems which get connected to multiple other systems. So mainly it was introduced in 1969, but ARPA started it in 1960 to get involved with all the systems. In 1967, ARPA had introduced the concept of interface message processor. Nothing but from one interface to another interface. How do you get communicated? One system to another system, one application to another application, one device to another device. How the information has to be sent. That it was said to be involved and started by ARPA in 1967. In mainly the IMP, gets communicated to another IMP. It's nothing but the interface message processor. It gets connected from one processor to another processor in the concept of internet. Okay, even it was said to be there, like in the beginning it was one device to another device. Later they started with the device getting communicated to multiple devices in 1969. Okay, it started in 1969, where it started getting communicated to multiple systems, maybe like 4 systems, 5 systems, multiple systems at a time. In the year 1969, it had a protocol called as NCP, which helped out in communicating to multiple systems at a time. Okay, and even 1972, it started with the TCP/IP protocol, which you will be dealing in future. Transmission control protocol is nothing but whatever data we are sending from one end to another end, it will be following the rules and regulations, so that it will be not going out of the like certain aspects. Okay, I want to send the information, it should be having certain kbs only, mbs only, so that the data reaches slower and at a particular rate it reaches to the other end. So it was invented by the Venkav and Bob Khan in 1972. Mainly it was introduced through the TCP. Later it was being split up. Your TCP was split up into TCP and IP, Internet Protocol. It was said to be bifurcated, where it was said to be communicated through the TCP process only. Okay, so next we will be dealing with the internet aspects today. What they are said to be doing in the internet aspect is, like, you are said to be having multiple aspects which are said to be there. So here you can see internet is nothing but it's a connection of multiple LANs and WANs. Okay, they are said to be getting connected, and how you are said to be getting connected is, you are said to be having various service providers. Before that, you can, in the network, multiple another networks, it can be added or remove. Okay, I get the connection today, I can remove the connection tomorrow. Like that facility, it was mainly provided by the ISP, nothing but internet service providers. There are 4 types of service providers. One is internet service providers all over everywhere. It is there. National service providers within the nation, region is within the city, and local is nothing but within that particular area you are getting communicated. ISP, it's nothing but country to country. NSP is within the nation, RSP is within particular city, and local service providers, LSP, it's nothing but within the local area you are said to be getting communicated, and everything it depends on your data rate, how the data flows from one end to another end and what rate it will be flowing to the other end. That is the concept of internet. Here in the diagram you can see how the data is being communicated. You have the various ISPs, you have the regional ISPs, then you have the national ISPs. So one nation to another nation, nation to nation, and here you have network access point. NAP is nothing but network access point, which will help you out in getting connected to multiple other NSPs. Okay. So this is the concept of internet. In the internet protocols, there are various other aspects also which you have to learn. One is called as protocols. Protocols are nothing but the rules and regulations which you have to follow, and you have to agree those rules and regulations when you are accessing the network or the internet. Okay, so they are said to be governed by the various organizations. When you are using the internet, you are said to be governed. Remember that you are said to be monitored by somebody. Nothing but your government, it will be monitoring you. And protocols, when it is being defined, how they are defined, and when they are said to be getting communicated. Everything, what network, how they are said to be getting communicated, and when they are said to be getting communicated. That information is being got through the protocols. Okay. So next, in the protocols aspect, you have the syntax. Syntax is nothing but whenever you are said to be sending the data, it will be having the address. Address may be of 8 bits. Okay, your data may be of 8 bits through which you are said to be getting transmitted. And whereas semantics, it's nothing but, okay, 8-bit address you are transmitting, and what means, through what means you are said to be getting transmitted the data. Okay, how you transmit the data, that it will be dependent on your semantics. Whereas timings is nothing but whatever data you are said to be flowing from one end to another end, how fast it is, at what time it is said to be reaching to the other end. Even it depends on your Mbps or kbps of your data through which you are said to be sending the data. If it is more MB, then the data will become slow when it is said to be moving over the transmission line. When it is less, then it travels faster compared to others. Okay, so that is the part of your protocols. Then you move on to a concept called as standards. Standards are nothing but each and every government, any of the product that is being involved, it has to be maintaining that particular standard. Okay, I maintain the standard. You have learned about the ISI mark, nothing but your Indian standard. So each and every equipment, each and every network also will be having the ISI mark, whichever standard it will be following. And this standard, it will be dependent on your national and international communication between one another, interoperability, and how the data communication happens, and what technology you are using in the communication, that it will be important. And in this standard part, you should know who is the manufacturer, who is the vendor, who transmits from one end to another end. Nothing but you can say your Vodafones, your various other aspects become the vendors who give you the communication. Then government agency, which government, and what kind of information you are said to be transferring, and who is the service provider, that you should be knowing. Okay, and it's nothing but when you are getting communicated, it depends on your market, how your market work is being going on, and internationally how your network flows from one end to another end. Those are said to be important in the standard part. In the standard, there are two parts. You can see here it is said to be de facto and de jure. Nothing but standards when, okay, I have organized, I have meant to be using the standards, but they are not said to be approved by the government, then it is said to be your de facto. And de jure, it's nothing but it is said to be approved by the government when you have introduced something. Okay, you have introduced a new network, you have introduced a new facility, but it is said to be approved by government, then it is de jure. Not approved means it is de facto in the standards part. Okay, then in the standard part you have various, you can say the creations or the communities are there. You can see here you are already heard about few of them. IEEE you know, ANSI you know, ISO you know, Indian Standard Organization, and Indian Telecommunication Union. Then communication interchange, that it comes here. Then you have the agency of various aspects of information which is being dealt. All these comes under the standard part, and forms are nothing but groups which will help you out in communicating these standards. Okay, and how they prepare, what they prepare, and how they get communicated, that depends here. And the regulators are nothing but the various telecommunication agencies and the information technology agencies, your KSA. Okay, nothing but your various agencies which will help you out in getting communicated through the telecommunication aspect. And the purpose, mainly the purpose of giving the standards is nothing but you have to have a regulating radio, television, and communications with each other to the whole public. So that is the main aspect of introduction of these firms, regulatory agencies, and the standards. Okay, this is the aspects of standards. Mainly the main aspect of the standards is nothing but it has to be tested, mainly the internet, before it is being provided to your local members or the people all over the world. It has to be tested first. First it has to be formalized, how to get the network, how to get it connected. That formalization is necessary. Then specification of internet standards, which standard we are using, which organization is dealing with us, which firm is using, that information you should know. And before beginning it has to be formed with a agreement, you can say 6 months draft should be made when you are said to be getting communicated. Then you have the request for comment, is nothing but when I am using the various facilities, various organizations, there should be a chance for the customers or the authorized people to have a request for comment. Is nothing but whenever everything getting you are said to be getting communicated, if the network is not said to be working properly, then you have the aspect of complaining or commenting about that particular network. Okay, this RFC may be edited, it may be assigned with a number, or it may be interested related to that particular proper parties which they are forming the standards. Okay, these are all the concepts of the network. What is internet? How the internet is being dealt. When was it was introduced? It was introduced by the ARPA mainly in 1969, and everything how it is said to be dealt. In the internet you have the protocols. What are the protocols? What are the standards? You have learned today. Okay, so these are all concepts you have to learn, and it may be involved in future. You will be learning about the internet concepts, the IPs, everything you will be learning. Okay, thank you.